I want to turn to the Democrats now. Liz, Bernie Sanders in Puerto Rico today, rallying voters ahead of its primary on June 5th. But first, here comes Kentucky, and here comes Oregon. And it seems now a very familiar narrative is beginning to play out. He believes he's going to win 2 more primaries now, and he is going to contribute to bad news for Hillary Clinton, though mathematically he still has no path to the nomination. What to make of a record, if not broken, that is playing the same song now?
Yeah, I mean, Hillary Clinton right now is fighting 2 opponents instead of 1. So it's making her job certainly hard. I think Hillary Clinton's campaign probably had one of the worst weeks in their campaign last week, given these polls that are coming out. I mean, not just the wins, which obviously gives him a lot of momentum, even though he doesn't have the math, but the national poll showing that, you know, if Bernie Sanders went against Donald Trump, that he would have a better chance of winning than Hillary in
It's a
certain
worst
states.
case scenario. I mean, she's stuck in a primary season that she seems to be losing, at least the optics suggest it, but also can't pivot to a general election, which may be a lot closer than everybody thought.
Absolutely, and her problem down the line, even if she is the nominee, is that a lot of people who are Sanders supporters say they can't wait to vote for Donald Trump come the general. So we saw a lot of that in West Virginia. We're going to have to see the exit polls tomorrow, what they tell us. But that is also, you know, a worrying long-term consequence that she has to deal with. This
losing streak, Josh, in terms of optics, what does it do? What does it do for Donald Trump? What does it do for his campaign as he now, if nothing else, gets to marinate in a general election that Hillary Clinton cannot officially join yet?
Well, it's really good for the Trump campaign. Obviously, they can get their feet underneath them and provide some infrastructure that they haven't had up to this point. But I think to Liz's point, which I totally agree with, the last week has been particularly damaging for Hillary, more damaging for her than it is positive for Trump in a lot of ways, because she's looking to try to get momentum and bring all the Democrats on board to this sort of rolling wave that takes us through the summer into the fall and ultimately elects her president of the United States. There is very, very, very little evidence to suggest that there's going to be a rolling wave of Democratic support for Hillary at this point. You look at Kentucky, which is happening on Tuesday. I've spent a lot of time in Kentucky. In 2014, Democrats brought her down there 8 different times to try to get support for the Democratic Senate candidate. It's a state that she won by huge numbers in 2008's primary against Barack Obama, and she could lose it. I mean, this is just sort of astonishing how quickly that she has fallen off of most Democrats' radar in terms of their favored candidate.
Josh Holmes, Liz Plank, we appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.